No.
Okay, APTIS is a test from the British Council, and it's not similar to IELTS or TOEFL because those two are very difficult, and APTIS is not that difficult. But APTIS is cheaper. It's only 300,000 pesos. IELTS and TOEFL can be 600,000 or even
Yeah.
more according to the exchange rate. And APTIS is, well, it has the four skills: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. And you can go to Oxford in Ibagué or maybe in another city, Bogotá, Cali, well, different cities in Colombia. And that test is, you can use it if you want to apply for a job or if you want to apply for a scholarship. So it's cheap, and it has different options. So tomorrow we are going to have the test here where I work, and some teachers from this place are going to take it.
And how long is the test?
Well, it's the maximum is 3 hours. So it means that you have like 40 minutes or 50 minutes for each one of the skills. But if you can finish in 2 hours, that's not a problem. You can do it.
And you said that is online, that you presented test, or is face to face?
It's online.
Oh, maybe can you share us the link?
Yeah, of course. I'm going to look for the link, and I will send it to you.
Ah, okay, thanks. I appreciate it.
Yeah, don't worry. By the way, do you know, sorry, do you have right now an international examination or test?
No, but I wanna present it because it's very important.
It is. And Christian?
No, not yet. I
Okay.
am going to present with the UNAT University.
Yeah.
This is on Septo.
The sector,
we-
yeah, I have.
Yes, but I think that is it's a little a little exam, yes, in comparison with other exam, for example, IELTS or yes, or FCE.
Okay. Well, in my opinion, you two can have easily a B2 or even a C1 in those kind of tests because you are very good. So I think you can do it. And in my opinion, you have to because probably you are looking for jobs, and next year, well, right now, many companies and institutions are looking for people, but they are requesting the B2 or the C1. So it's very important to have those, well, those levels according to those kind of tests. Okay, guys. So it seems like no more people are showing up tonight. So let's start with YouTube. Okay, so what we have tonight is very similar to the debate that you were part last week. So you remember that you two were having the debate with me in different groups. I remember that Christian was with me, and I remember that Carolina was with me, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. So according to the learning guide that we have for tonight, it's very similar. So basically, well, it's weird, you know, because we were supposed to have this class before the debate, but we had the debate before the class. So it's something that maybe UNAD didn't like plan the way they should, but it's what it is. So we are going to work on that stuff. The first question is, did you watch the two videos before this class related to debates and expressions and all that stuff?
Yes.
Okay, Christian and Carolina?
Yes, I think so. The title was How to Debate Vocabulary.
Yeah,
Yes.
those two.
Ah, yeah. Oh, yes.
Okay, so let's share some ideas about that stuff. So Christian, what did you see?
Okay, about the first video, the speakers just mentioned about the we have to study about the topic so hard, because we need to give some arguments to support our ideas, to support our opinions about the same topic. This is a related research, yes. We need to clarify some facts and information that we are going to use in our debate. The speaker mentioned that we don't find information from, for example, Wikipedia, Google, in different websites. We have to surf on internet to find some information, some articles, essays, or another academic writings about the main topic that we are going to develop. Um, we don't argue against, yes, something that hasn't been said yet. For example, I remembered that Carlos in my debate just just asked me any question that he didn't mention into the conversation, and I was really afraid about what about the answer that I had to 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 I don't know, to discuss with him. Yes. The speaker just mentioned that all the arguments must be very persuasive and relevant for content. Yes. And the second video shows different vocabulary that we have to take into account. For example, when we are listening to the other speaker, we can use, for example, I see your point, but I think I understand, but in my opinion, is that that's all very interesting if you are agree about the answer, but the problem is that you have to conclude. For example, if you want to say something, if you want to interrupt about the conversation, you can use, for example, this expression, sorry, I just have to disagree with you with your point because, and you continue. For example, excuse me, but that's not quite correct. Let me just respond to that, please. And the next one is to reply it. Yes, for example, if you want to say the same thing that he or she just mentioned, we said that, but the other side hasn't um, replied to our point of view. Yes, and finally, you have to summarize your position in this debate. This is the vocabulary, yes, that we can take into account for this debate.
Okay, Christian, yes. So you did homework, you watched the video, you take some notes. So thank you so much. I did it as well, and I have some ideas that I'm going to share with you. But thank you, that was very good. So Andrea, what do you see? What can you share?
Yes, I found that. Can you hear me? Yeah. Yes. I found a relevant word that it was research. When we can make the research, we can have more words, or we can take a word or a concept in different contexts. So it's gonna be our arguments are gonna be better, and we can go deepest as we can, or as we can see, for example, in the picture. The arguments gotta be clear and logical. And I found something important, and that is that the debate gotta be organized, and it's divided in argument, as we already have it the last class. And the debate is divided in argument, content, refutation, and teamwork. And in the other part of the video, they were sharing us some examples of vocabulary that we can use according of the session we're having. And that's it.
Yeah, do you remember some of the expressions that we can use?
Yes, I actually have some picture of them. Like, for example, if we're listening to the other side, One of the expression that we can use is like, I see your point, but I think la la la. Yes, I understand, but in my opinion is that that's all very interesting, but the problem is that I'm afraid I can quite agree with your point, blah, blah, blah. I think I've got your point. Now let me respond to it. We can see what you're saying. Here is my reply. Is one of the example that we found on the video.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, Andrea, that's right. Those are some of the examples. I also wrote some of those examples, but well, you have mentioned them. So I had, for example, hold on a moment, that's not correct. I also have, forgive me for interrupting, but I must respond to that. Let me respond. Sorry, I just have to disagree with your point. So basically, those are the same ones that you two just mentioned it some seconds ago. So yes, thank you. And besides all the things you mentioned, which are very accurate, I just want to add that one of the points that I really liked about the video from this guy from Canada was something that he mentioned, which is that we have to be prepared in advance for the other team's ideas. So, for example, let's say that we are going to talk about nature and the negative impact of, for example, private transportation like cars or motorcycles, and we are on the team which is not in favor. Well, we need to be ready because the other team is going to say things about that kind of situation. So we need to like, be ready for those things or those expressions so we can fight those expressions back or those ideas back. So it's a good idea to try to think as the enemy and be prepared for those situations that are coming because they are going to be there. Also, this guy mentioned how important is to have real facts. So real information that you can use to support your ideas when you are having this interaction with the other team or with the other person. It's just two people. So yes, guys, thank you so much. That's those two videos are very important and very interesting. Okay, so what we are going to have tonight is it's something very similar to the last situation, to the debate that you had, you two, but we are just three people right now. So this is what we are going to do. I'm going to show you, or I'm going to ask you a question to one of you two. So you are going to answer according to what you believe or you think, all right? So it's free. But once you finish, the other person, the one who is listening, needs to be against your point of view because we are going to have a debate. But in this case, we don't have time to prepare anything. It's just a debate
Ooh.
here and with the ideas that we can have. Okay.
A natural debate.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
Debate.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what we are going to do is to practice like fast thinking and try to be ready for difficult situations because they are going to happen in the future. So let's make an example. Okay, I have a question here, and I'm going to ask this question to Christian and Andrea. I want you to be prepared to once he finish, I want you to be against his opinion. All right?
Okay.
Okay, and then the idea is to exchange some arguments, some ideas, okay? So maybe two or three ideas. Okay, so this is the question. I'm going to write it on the chat, but I'm also going to say it to you too. Okay, so this is the idea. Okay, so let me write the idea. Okay, so this question is for Christian, and this is the question. Do you believe that the best option to go from point A to B is your own car?
I have a question. I can
Yeah.
make some interruption, right? Because according to the video, I can using those expression, right? Or not?
Yeah, you can do it. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Okay, Christian. So Yes or no, and why?
I guess.
I don't understand the question.
Well,
I'm confused. A, B, A1 car. What the hell?
okay, I'm going to repeat the question. So, in your opinion, you think the best option to go from A to B, okay, from Bogota to Cali, from the center of the
Uh,
city to whatever neighborhood of the city is your
Ah, okay,
own
I got
car?
it. Yeah.
in in our own car, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
no public transportation, no Transmillennium, no bicycle,
Congratulations, you
no
have car, your own
your
car.
car.
Okay. I understood. Yes. For example,
Okay,
the last week I just traveled to Bogota. Yes, I was in Bogota when I just present the last debate with you, teacher. Yes, it
okay,
was terrible for me, but I traveled in my own car because I went with my family and I can enjoy um, a lot of days in the capital, yes, of our country. I think that this is the best option because you can waste your time going to different places, going to different um, uh, I don't know places, stores, I don't know.
But what about if you're tired? Anyway, if you use a public transportation, you can do whatever you want, and it's better because you can go directly to the place you're going. But when you have your own car, you waste time, as you were explaining. And the idea is that you can spend more time in the city or in the place that you're going. You're planning visit. But if you are in your own car, you're gonna stop and you can enjoy the same. You're gonna have less days.
Yes, but I can interact with other family members into the car. Yes, if
I
you
don't
go to
think so.
if you go in a bus, yes, you can speak aloud.
I don't think
Yes,
so because
you can
be
listen in.
focused.
You
You
can you
gotta be
can
focused
listen your.
driving. Imagine in
Yes.
holiday driving and you interacting with your family. Driving is gonna be dangerous. You can
Uh,
have an accident.
you can do the same the different activities when you are driving. Yes, for example, you
No, I
can
don't think so.
listen your favorite music. You can
It's not responsible.
stop eating your eating for a dessert, eating
Yeah, no,
um,
I don't think so.
something into
Maybe
the.
the family who is coming with you, but not you because you're in charge of the car.
I don't know, but in my point of view, I really like
But in a
driving my
public
car.
transportation, you can rest, sleep, and just arrive and enjoy. That's it.
okay,
Hmm.
okay, guys, that was very good. Yeah, that was good interaction. Thank you so much. Okay, so don't worry, don't get stressed. This is just to practice. Okay, that was very good. Okay, now the question is for Andrea. All right.
I know. Okay.
Okay, Andrea. So here it goes. The question. Okay. So I'm going to write it here as well, so we can check the question. Okay, so that's the question, and it says, so which is more important for young people nowadays, going to college or getting a job?
It depends.
So, Andrea, what do you think?
It depends
In
of
your
the.
opinion?
In my opinion, I think
Yeah.
it could be both cases because it depends of the family custom. For maybe it depends of the strato because for some of them it's very important to study and go to a college. But in other cases, if they don't have the opportunity, they don't have the same change, they don't have change to think about study. They just gotta go and find a job to get the money to for the food and for helping their families. So it's according to their situation. So it can be both possibilities.
Okay, let me know. Let me just respond to that. I think that young people can go to college and go to to do any activity for getting a job. Yes, for example, people that go to the university, public university, for example, um, go to study and go to work at the same time. Yes, I think that is not just from the social environment, social or economy
Situation.
situation. Yes, it's not for just for it, but people can do the two activities at the same time.
But for example, when we have a small business, I knew some persons and they were young and they didn't think to go to the college because of the situation. They don't have many possibilities and they need money to go to the college or to the university. So for them, it's most important to get a job first than to study because with that money they can do the study or their goals.
But for example, here in Colombia, there are many public institutions. For example, Sena. If you go to Sena, you don't need money to study there. Yes, yes, I know that it has a long time. Yes, to
Yeah,
study, but you can study and you can work at night, for example, when you finish
but
the when you
I
finish
know that
study.
Sena give like money, some support for those persons who wanna study and they can work, but they have like limit room for the person. They don't have a lot of rooms for everybody. So and maybe one of them they don't know about that option because of their situation. They didn't even they don't know how write or read, for example. But that's a good option, yes, about Sena. But even when they gotta move to that institution, Sena, they need money for the transportation. They get hungry, so they need money. So they need to work, get a job.
Oh yes, but if they are doing their practical, I don't know, the
But
practical.
practical is at the end. Before of that, they need to get the knowledge to be able to get the practical, as you were explaining.
Okay.
Okay, that was good.
I
That
don't
was
think
good.
allowed.
Okay, don't worry. Hey, so we are going to contextualize Sandra, which has just arrived. So what we are doing here, Sandra, is to have some debates about some ideas, some questions. So basically, for example, I just asked the question. This question was asked to Andrea. She answered, and once she finishes, Christian started like fighting back or like expressing his opinions about the other person's ideas. So it's an interaction, okay? So we are going to do the same with you. I'm going to ask a question to you. One of the guys is going to answer. Sorry, you are going to answer the question. They are going to start arguing or interacting with you about that idea. So is that okay for you?
Yes, clear.
Okay. So I have another question, guys. Let me write it on the chat. So wait a second, please. Okay, so here we have the question. Okay, so Sandra, this is the question. So who should pay for people studying at college? Their parents or themselves? What do you think?
Okay. I think that the parents, um, because in the college is how is a principal places uh, in the what people acquire their knowledge, and in this place the student can work in other place, and they need money. I don't know. They need to buy some some food um, in their how is free time, in their free time. Um, well, Christian, what do you think about my answer, my short answer?
Okay, I think that it depends about the age that they are. For example, um, when you go to a college, you need to you need to get money, yes, for other payments, other other things that you have to pay. Yes, for example, if you take a bus, if you need photocopies to study at the college, uh, you need them um, to realize your your career or your degree in that case. But for example, parents have an obligation. Yes, I think that this is an familiar obligation that they have to provide to their kids, to their children. Yes.
Hey, Andrea, what do you think about Christian's opinion?
I,
Teacher,
I,
sorry,
Yeah, Sandra.
how is I confused the college with the school? Sorry.
With high school or with school? Or with,
Uh, School. College is the same with university.
well,
but it's a
actually, that's
short
a good
career.
question. Yeah, so I just understood the difference like 1 year ago that I was visiting a friend in another country, and he explained that to me, you know. So Sandria just mentioned it. When you go to college, you go to something similar to SENA. So it's basically vocational training. So you study for a year or for 2 years. But when you go to the university, well, you go to a place where you are going to study for 5 or 4 years. It's also more expensive. University is very expensive in other countries. And college, well, it's also expensive, but maybe you can pay for that, you know. But university is just for, okay, I'm sorry for what I'm going to say, but it's just for rich people. Going to the university, for example, in Canada is very
Yeah.
difficult. Well, maybe if you go to a public one, but it's difficult.
Yes, it's
That's the
very
difference.
expensive. It's like a technical study, technical
Yeah,
career, Sandra.
that's it.
Thank you for the
Okay,
explanation.
don't worry.
We
Hey, so
have
Andrea, what do
we
you
have
think?
a new person there.
Yeah, so we have, okay, so Karen, well, Karen is here because she was going to be in the group from 7 to 8, but she had a problem, so she's here with us.
Yes, teacher. I'm sorry for all.
Yeah, don't worry. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what we are doing, but I want Andrea to tell me what she thinks about Christian's opinion.
Okay.
Okay, think that we can find both. In my case, for example, at first when I start to study, I received the help of my family, but then I gotta pay by myself. So we can find both situations.
Okay, thank you. So okay, Karen, so I'm going to tell you what we are doing right now is to have a short debate. So basically, I'm asking questions to one of the people here. That person answers the question according to his or her point of view. And the idea is that the rest of the group needs to interact with this person, with the person that answers, um, according to your thoughts and opinions. Okay, so right now I'm going to ask you a question, and the rest of the group is going to interact with you. Okay, so here it goes. The question for you, Karen.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Okay. What is the question? What is the doing in this moment? Or in what exactly? You repeat me. What is the question, please?
Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here it goes. The question.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to type the question on the chat. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so Karen, we have this sentence, we have this situation, okay? It's just an idea. And it says that when people travel abroad because of work, they should go out and have fun. Maybe dance, maybe drink a beer, maybe walk around the city, maybe visit different places. So that's one idea. What do you think?
About the question, I think when live in United States is different because the peoples when travel here is for know what is the country, for maybe eat different plates or different food, exactly food American food. Other things maybe work or study because in this country is offer different alternatives for study. The complicate is when you live. I am Colombian. It's complicated because no, it's not tickets when you say this sentence and it's complicated this. But in general, when you show or you demonstrate your language and your different customers of the other country, is interesting because the other people, so other strangers, I don't remember what is the name of the word exactly.
Foreign people.
Yes.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's the word.
yes, thank you. They share the idea for you board different perspectives, maybe in the study, in the working, when travel around the world, when traveling around this city, in the country, different language. I think this, I don't know, this is my idea.
Okay, before the other part of the team, okay, start like talking about what they think. I have a question for you, Karen. So basically, the question is this. So let's say that you work for a company, you work for Nestle, okay, and Nestle sends you to Europe because you are going to work for 1 week in Europe, okay, for them. So basically, the question is this. So you think it's okay if you are in Europe and you are working, but maybe when you finish at 5 or 6 p.m., you just go around the city, you drink some beers, or maybe you eat out in some restaurants. So you think that's okay? Or you think it's better to go work and go and sleep, go work and go sleep? What do you think?
Maybe when finish the work 6, 7, um, is maybe driving because the city all no is near, and you need driving and you need maybe food eat because in the house no find or no look the implements for cook, and other things maybe when finish the work is visit malls for buy different things maybe for the house or for food for the kids for other people's, and me driving for the house when finish my work because it's more traffic and driving alone maybe when arrive the house cook and no more. This is my idea when finish my work. The weekends is different because I
Sorry, Karen, but I'm not agree with you because you have to work a long time. Yes, for example, 12 or 13 hours per day, and you have to work in that place, but you don't have enough time to do these kind of activities that you just mentioned. Yes, you need more days for enjoying with your co-workers or different
mm,
people that stay in that
yes.
place to develop this kind of agenda.
It's
More
according with the idea
one.
I need enjoy and share in my free time with different peoples. I don't know because it's all study, all working, and all time. I need
I guess you would have social meeting after working. Yes, but
yes,
not one.
yes, yes, mating.
Yeah, I think that we take a different sense of the question because it's if we are traveling or we go for a travel for a trip in another country, we gotta enjoy, of course, to know different places, to taste
Cities.
the different
Yes,
food, share
in
and
vacation
know about the
maybe.
culture. Because yeah,
Yes,
I think in travel work is just no more than 1 month, so you gotta do it. You must do it.
yes, because the hours in the day is maybe 8, 9, or 10 hours in the day working. No have maybe free time. Is all day working, and when in the night maybe studying some activities in the campus and eat, and you tired because the long day is long day all days.
Hey, Sandra, what do you
So,
think?
well, the question, I understand. I think that if the people should not be limited to be only at the work, um, you should take advantage of your time to enjoy the places, the food,
Yes,
even if it's difficult, it can be achieved, and the people can imitate because it's other country, it's other culture.
yes, I think the same because it's different the perspective when you live here. All people working and not enjoy. Maybe weekends enjoy with the family, with others, partners or friends, and it's different the customers here. The food, the streets, the when driving is different because in Colombia the streets 2 or 3. Here is 2, 3 streets or correct. I don't know what is the word. And this is the other left, and you need teach or learn different thing for driving because the millas. Teacher, what do you say millas? Is the same miles? What is millas?
Yeah, I have heard the word mileage for the amount of kilometers that you need to travel from one point to another point. So that's mileage. And I guess miles as well, as you have mentioned it.
Miles.
Miles? Yes.
Yeah.
Here is miles. No no kilometers. Yes. It's different all. And other
Yeah, I know that what you mean, but for example, when I was living in Canada and in winter, I always, even after I study or work, I in the evening I take time to share with my friends and skate on ice and have fun. But yes, we can find different activities because, as Sandra said, it's not only to work; we need to enjoy.
yes. Yes, maybe when finish my work in vacation, a visit to welcome to Las Vegas. I don't know. Others, the Miami, Florida, the parks, maybe.
You just need to organize your schedule as
Yes,
they used to do. That is one thing that I learned from there.
yes, yes. I need to organize this schedule. Yes.
Okay, guys, listen. So just to finish, I have one sentence, okay? And I want each one of you to express your idea about that sentence, all right? Even if you agree or you don't agree, it's okay. Okay, just 1 minute because, well, we are going to finish. It's almost 8:51, okay? So here it goes, the sentence. Wait a second, this is the sentence. Okay. Oh man, wait. Sorry. I have a question. I have a problem here. Okay. Okay, so it's on the chat and it says, drive your car, be comfortable. It doesn't matter if in 20 years there will be no nature to enjoy. Okay, so remember 1 minute, okay, to express your opinion about that sentence. Andrea, can you start, please?
Can you repeat the sentence? Drive.
Yeah, of
It
course.
doesn't
Drive your
matter.
Exactly.
car.
Doesn't matter that
Be
in 20 here
comfortable.
there is no nature.
Uh,
Yes.
Yeah, to enjoy.
Be comfortable to enjoy. Yeah, that's true.
Okay,
No,
bye.
I mean that I'm those kind of person that like I don't care about material things. I enjoy, for example, the colors, the textures, the composition that we can find with the nature. So the moment to enjoy is now because we never know. We don't know what is going to happen in the future. So the moment is now. Maybe in 10, 20 years you get sick or you don't have the same possibilities. So it depends how you understand and how you make sense of that sentence. So that's my
Okay, thank you. Okay, Christian, what do you think?
Okay, for summarizing, I think that we need to keep our environment because our planet needs to live more years during this life. During this I don't know, galaxy. Yes. I think that to get a car is a great means of transportation, but we need to be careful about the technology that we use in this moment because it doesn't provide benefits for our environment. Yes, I think that we need to research. We need to find out different technologies that are really um, that are really I don't know the
Friendly?
word. Yes, friendly with the environment, with our planet.
Okay, Christian, thank you. Karen, finish, please. What do you think?
Well, I think maybe when driving you enjoy for nature. I don't know what is the exactly this word. Because for me, when driving, you relax in your mind, you listen different music, you share maybe with different partners or your friends in the car, speak or talk about the different topics and share music. And maybe when driving, you can enjoy because you know different places. You assist different cities. Maybe for me, it's enjoy because not understand you have 20 years. Uh, for me, no is problem driving in ache or for me is that's good because you not understand what you uh, have in this moment. The important is you enjoy your time or your free time on your hobbies with your friends, your family, for share different uh, for share with different people, for visit different places, the shops, the bakeries, the malls, or driving maybe for relaxing no more. I think this.
Okay, Karen, thank you. Okay, guys, so it's 8:56, so we are going to finish right now. Has been a pleasure for me. So I will see you in 8 days. Thank you so much for being here, and have a good night, guys. Goodbye.
Bye. Good night.
Okay, bye bye.
Teacher, I have any question.